Why I fell in love with you, vows never spoken. You were the only one who made me feel seen in a world that constantly erased me. A world where I was too loud, too much, too quiet, too broken. You saw me, not in pieces, not as some jigsaw puzzle. No, you saw me as I was. As raw as I was. With every crack, every scar, you saw me. I loved you because you didn't try to fix me. So many tried to glue me back together as if my fractures were a flaw. As if the pieces scattered inside of me were something to be ashamed of. But you let me be broken. Didn't want to smooth over the rough edges. Didn't want me to change, just wanted me to breathe. To exist in your presence, unchanged, untouched. You loved me in ways no one ever had. When the storm inside of me raged, you didn't run, you held me. You whispered that it would be okay, that even in my chaos, I was worthy of love. I couldn't understand it then, how someone could look at me in all of my confusion and still choose to stay. But you did. You chose me over and over again. I loved you because you made me feel like I wasn't a burden, like I wasn't too much, too heavy to carry. When my past would rise up and drown me, you held my hand and said, I'll walk through this with you. And for the first time, I didn't feel alone. Not in the dark places, not in the places I had hidden from the world, not in the spaces I was too afraid to speak about. You loved me in those places, the places no one else dared to look. I loved you because you had this fire, this wildness that mirrored my own. I didn't have to explain myself to you. You just understood the fear, the anger, the emptiness. And when I tried to run from it, you ran beside me, a flame in the darkness, lighting the way, even when I didn't know where I was going. Your presence was a promise I clung to like air. But most of all, I loved you because you were free. Free in a way I could never be. Free in a way that terrified me. Free in a way that terrified me. I loved you for the way you laughed. For the way you made the world stop. When you smiled. For the way you bled passion. Not for the world, but for yourself. You didn't apologize for who you were. You didn't ask for permission to exist. And that was something I had never known. You taught me what it meant to be unapologetically alive. I loved you for the things I could never say, for the moments I couldn't put into words. How when I cried, you didn't try to fix it. You let me cry. You let me be broken. You just held me. Let me fall apart in your arms until I could stand again. And for that, I would have loved you forever. But love is a fragile thing. And somewhere along the way, I lost it. I lost you. Maybe I was too broken. Maybe I asked too much. Maybe I couldn't give you what you needed or deserved. But you are gone now, and I'm left with the echoes of your laughter, the ghost of your fire, a memory that haunts the empty space between my ribs. I loved you because you were everything I never thought I deserved. You were the dream, and I was the nightmare, but you chose to stay in my nightmare. And that was something I never thought I could have. And now you're gone. And I'm left with nothing but the hollow ache of missing you. I'm left with the truth. I loved you, and I lost you. But maybe that's how love works. Maybe it's never meant to be forever. Maybe it's only meant to be for as long as it lasts. And maybe that's enough. Because for a moment, I was seen. I was loved. I was whole. And that's more than I ever thought I would be. Thank you for listening. I love you, and I'm praying for you.